All right, so to start this for you guys, I just wanted to go through kind of a general overview of how I think about barrel direction and what my intention was behind making this program, because I think it can come across as the intention is to quote unquote fix barrel path or quote unquote fix barrel direction. That's not really what I'm trying to do because there really is no one perfect barrel path. There is no one perfect barrel direction. There might be good and better, but ultimately it's context specific to the hitter and also context specific to the situation. So I just want to kind of walk you guys through my process here, or my thought process. So number one, very simply, barrel path. Blast motion here probably does the best job of visualizing what a barrel path is. It is simply just the path that the barrel takes, right? So I'll go here. We have Pete Alonso here, and all we're doing when looking at his barrel path is simply tracking his barrel as it travels through the baseball, makes contact, and then through his finish, right? It's very, very simple. Eliminate everything else, and all we're looking at is the barrel and the path that it takes. Now, the reason that I have this clip here, as well as one of Bregman that kind of goes 3D, so it also goes behind him as well, is so that we understand that having video, even if we have it from three different angles at the same time, isn't really giving us the context that we need to understand what a barrel path is. So, just for example, I'll let this play through. So you can see that it has a completely different look from behind than it did from here, right? It's still the same thing, but it has a different quote unquote look. Just like his actual swing is going to have a different look from behind as it would from the side, right? So we can't really use video as a good way to evaluate barrel path. There is a certain look, that we can tell, hey, this got better, this got worse. But still, that should not be our ultimate measuring stick, because it's what matters is the performance that we have, not how it looks on video. And here's Bregman again to just kind of show that same thing of different perspectives. And again, if you think about it, you could have video. In order to truly get a full perspective on video, you need to have it from every single different angle. So front, 1 degree to the right, 1 degree again to the right, one degree again to the right. You'd have to have it from literally every angle. So that's why I don't rely wholly on video for the stuff, as well as technology. So stuff like blast motion, because what that can do is give us a kind of reductionist approach to it. So I've worked with hitters where, yes, their playing score may have gotten better, but they didn't perform better on the field in a live situation. So that isn't necessarily the golden ticket either. We can't just take one metric and try to isolate it and say this is the reason for your success or this is the reason for your failure. And again, with that being said, that's why I wanted to make it clear that just creating a better quote unquote barrel path is not the intention of this program. It's more for you to experiment and find different ways to execute various different barrel paths for different pitches, different spins, different angles. So, what this means is that it's not, the program isn't built for you to kind of pattern one specific pattern, right? It's built so that you're seeing it's built so that you can experience as many different barrel paths as possible. So we're going to be going angle inside, angle outside, angle up, angle from down, spinning right, spinning left, right. We're really trying to allow your swing to experience all these different paths. So this is gonna give us two outcomes. Number one, you're gonna know how to build your approach. So you're gonna know which quote unquote barrel paths you like on specific pitches that you do well at, and then you're also going to know which ones you don't do well at. So you can build your current approach around those that you do well, and then you obviously know what to work on for those pitches that you don't get too well. And we're going to make it harder to get to those pitches, and we're going to make it easier to get to those pitches as well, right? We want to go both ends of the spectrum. We want to challenge your weakness as well as make your weakness easier, so that you can kind of get a feel for both sides, and then ultimately improve kind of that middle ground or your normal swing. So, kind of finally, the last point that I wanted to make before we get into the program is the reason that I'm saying this isn't about making your barrel path better. It's about experiencing many different barrel paths. Is that I would never teach a guy like Pence here, right? I would never necessarily teach his swing. His moves are actually pretty good, right? But in terms of his actual swing, it's not one that would be like, yes, that's what I want to see. And knowing that, I can't say like, hey, I know exactly how your swing should look for you to perform best, like to any specific hitter that I work with, or to you. And really, you can't say that either because the swing is so much more than just a barrel path or a set of mechanics, right? It's a motor skill where the way you move is actually only one part of that. How you perceive different pitches, and then how your body is wired to respond to that perception is also extremely important. So this program isn't just here to try to build swings. It's here to try to build ultimately a hitter, right? I think in baseball a lot of times we get stuck with um, just looking at swings when really we need to look at the hitter as a whole. And that's what I tried to keep in mind as I made this program is there is no perfect. It's just, hey, let's try to expose your swing to as many different things as possible. Then as a result of that, you're going to be able to perform against many different things that you may not have been able to before, different pitches, different locations, different spins, kind of everything that you're going to see in a real live situation.